Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night SmackDown. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode episode 77, and tonight we come to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina on the build-up towards the 2-night extravaganza, the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions and welcome to Thursday Night SmackDown, where as always it's going to be an action-packed show. So let's waste no further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work, and we're kicking the show off with CM Punk, microphone in hand. Perhaps he is going to become one hell of a pipe bomb that kicks off live in Charlotte. CM Punk got something on his mind, and Punk said last week, I let the anger get the better of myself because I could not put away Drew McIntyre, and I failed to actually beat him clean in the center of the ring. So Drew McIntyre, I'm calling your ass right now because I want to beat your ass fair and square. Oh well, Punk making a statement of McIntyre. Hold on a minute. That's not Drew McIntyre. That's the return of the OTC. The head of the table. Roman Reigns for the first time since Backlash in St. Louis. And Reigns says, Punk, I am sick and tired of you parading around this ring after failed opportunity after failed opportunity, still thinking that you are the best in the world and that this is your show. It is not show. It is my show. Therefore, you better get in line and acknowledge me. So how about we fade it out for it at SummerSlam? And Punk says, okay. Oh, he clocks Roman Reigns over the head with a microphone. And Punk seemingly doesn't want to wait till SummerSlam. Reigns has returned to his show to take it from the grass of CM Punk. And the fight is on here in Charlotte. This is not a scheduled match tonight, folks. It's Roman Reigns' return since his WWE title loss to Braun Breaker at Backlash. Reigns seems to be set to have a battle for SummerSlam, perhaps. It is with the second city saint who originally came out here calling out Drew McIntyre. Well, it seems like Roman Reigns is telling Punk not to worry about McIntyre and telling him already about Roman Reigns himself, who has a steel chair and is heading Punk over the midsection with it, time after time again, and breaking it over the prone body of Punk. What a way to kick us off on SmackDown as Roman Reigns has left CM Punk laying in the middle of the ring. Reigns walking off here in Charlotte. Hold on, Punk is getting to his feet, and he seems to be calling at Roman Reigns, telling me he ain't done fighting, and Reigns coming right back for more. Reigns back in the ring. This one ain't over. Listen, this place go unglued here in Charlotte. It's Reigns continuing to batter Punk. Now on the offensive, fading back here, swinging the shots at Reigns, time and time again. The roundhouse kick. The kick sends him in a corner and CM Punk with a knee. And Punk with a clothesline. We're going to get some officials, some security out here perhaps. This is not a scheduled match here, and we got a show to get on the road here. Oh, well, now it's CM Punk's trying to grab a steel chair from outside the underneath the ring, and a Punk right in the midsection of Reigns. And now it's the second city saint lighting up Roman Reigns with a steel chair. Punk wanted a piece of McIntyre. He's getting a piece of Reigns and then some tonight in Charlotte. And it seems like the clutch is going to be made official. It's set in stone come SummerSlam. CM Punk and Roman Reigns gonna have a big old battle in New Jersey to Reigns. Booting Punk over the ropes. And if this was a Royal Rumble matchup, Punk would have just been eliminated from it. It's Reigns was the winner of the Royal Rumble matchup last year. Superman punch on the outside by the OTC. And a grabbing Punk and celebrating the steel steps at ringside. Oh, well, CM Punk was left laying moments ago. He got back up. He may not after that as Reigns. Von Rollins spear on Punk. Roman Reigns now. We're going to make his escape through the crowd. The WWE Universe here in Charlotte. As we're going to clear the ringside area and get ready now for the first matchup of the evening. My goodness, what a way to kick off the night, but what a matchup we're going to see to kick us off, as we've got a fatal four-way #1 contendership affair for the United States Championship. The winner of this will be facing the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. And out first, former Mr. Money in the Bank, former World heavyweight champion and the man who's going to be competing in the quarter-final stages of the WWE World Cup tournament, which takes place every Friday night. Representing the Netherlands, the Dutch Destroyer, the Demon of Darkness, Aleister Black. Can Black get an opportunity at Fatu come SummerSlam? What a matchup that'll be for the red, white, blue and gold. We could see that come your way come SummerSlam. We'll find out next. Big time 4-way number 1 contenders chat on the line. We're back live here on SmackDown as here comes another one of the combines in this 4-way opening battle to see who will challenge Fatu at SummerSlam for the US Gold. It's Carmelo Hayes, former NXT Money in the Bank briefcase holder and former NXT champion last season, looking to finally break out and win his first singles championship here on the main roster, a part of SmackDown. Melo has been great thus far, but always seems to come up short on big matchup and big opportunities. Let's see if he can get a huge duke tonight and face Fatu of the MFTs come SummerSlam. For the tag, not for the tag though, for the United States Championship. Here comes a third man out, former World Heavyweight Champion of 364 days, just 1 day shy of a year last season.
From Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Samoan Joe!
Samoa Joe, a dangerous performer, dangerous athlete. This match originally scheduled to just be a triple threat, but got turned into a fatal 4-way due to the stipulation of SmackDown General Manager when they made the call and upper management made the call to make this a fatal 4-way match and grant the fourth and final spot to the runner-up in last week's number 1 contender 5 superstar gauntlet match to see who would challenge Daniel Bryan for the undisputed WWE Championship come SummerSlam. That matchup was won by the phenomenal AJ Styles, the runner-up being the man CM Punk called out moments ago, the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. Will we see a mammoth matchup between McIntyre and Fatu come SummerSlam? Will we see a mammoth matchup between Joe and Fatu come SummerSlam? I mean, that's a dream matchup right there. A matchup the entire WWE Universe has been craving since the start of this season. I mean, we could get it at the biggest party of the summer, but here comes the fourth and final star out in this contest. Former undisputed WWE champion of his own right for 279 days. The Scottish Warrior is back.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre!
McIntyre is coming off 2 back-to-back pinfall defeats, which is unheard of for the Scottish Warrior. Can he bounce back and get a shot at the US title come SummerSlam against Jacob Fatu? We find out next. 4-way action right now. We're back live on SmackDown. Now you see Aleister Black gearing up for war, as is Carmelo Hayes. Same can be said by the former world champion Samoa Joe and the former undisputed champ McIntyre. All 4 former champs in the ring. Locking horns. Here we go. Jess and Kakara saying the news for this one is Black going after Joe. Those two have a big long history from last season as McIntyre turns his attention on Carmelo Hayes. This kick from Aleister Black. Of course, Aleister Black being the man that ended Samoa Joe's World Heavyweight Championship reign of 364 days, allowing that reign to come to an end after Drew McIntyre had defeated Samoa Joe in a champion versus champion Survivor Series main event between Joe and Drew. With Drew winning for SmackDown, with Joe representing Raw last season. This Black big shot on a Melo that time and going after Joe now. McIntyre want a piece of Black, and look at this. Drew McIntyre with a German release suplex. The old man out in this matchup for me would be Carmelo Hayes, who dropped a beautiful halo there on Samoa Joe. Cover from Drew on Black and Hayes making the save just because Hayes, the only man in this matchup to never win a main roster championship, but he did win the equivalent of that, the NXT title, when he was a part of NXT last season. Held it for a great amount of time, did Melo. 7 successful defenses, I believe it was 165 days for Hayes as NXT champion. Right now, big shot from Samoa Joe on a Melo that time, and now Samoa Joe going after Black, but there's Drew McIntyre steel chair shot over the head of Black into the midsection of Samoa Joe. McIntyre utilising that no disqualification rule and fatal 4-way matches and triple threats the like. And utilising that chair to hit his opponents over the skull with that in the midsection with it time and time again. Drew just launched Samoa Joe. Drew just launched Samoa Joe. It was absolutely nothing. And they're going to launch Carmelo Hayes with a release German suplex. You can tell McIntyre as any Bad Moody has suffered 5 pinfall defeats, 2 of which have come this season. And just being last week, Cody Rhodes from Atlanta defeating Drew in Atlanta, Georgia, inside a steel cage at Bad Blood last weekend. And a big time PLE matchup. McIntyre covers Carmelo Hayes, looking to win it right here. No, there's both men. Samoa Joe, Aleister Black making the save. Jacob Fatu, US champion, going to be looking on very intently to see who he will face at SummerSlam for his United States Championship. It'll be a great defense. It would be his first defense. Whoever works out the winner of this one. Melo rise to the occasion. McIntyre last week getting pinned by AJ Styles in the gauntlet. Those two, the final 2 men in the matchup after CM Punk got himself disqualified. Hitting McIntyre with a steel chair. The McIntyre pulled from underneath the ring. The sucker Punk in, and Punk wanted a piece of Drew. He's going to get a piece of Roman Reigns instead. The matchup I can announce, folks, made official for SummerSlam is Hayes. Dirty Diana on Joe. Baseball match shot goal from Aleister Black. On Melo. McIntyre comes in, going for Aleister Black. And able to take the baseball bat out of his hand. Now it's Black. Gonna get taken out here with a future shock DDT. McIntyre in the cover. Look at the legs, shoulders down. They're going to SummerSlam. This could do it right here. There's 2. Oh, there's Samoa Joe making the save, and I believe Black able to power out of the last possible second. Melo going to turn Joe around first. 48. Cover. McIntyre right there going to make the save. McIntyre continuing to go after Aleister Black here, and he does on the overhead belly and a belly throw on the Dutch Destroyer. Melo though going after McIntyre, the Irish whip, sending Drew into the corner. Went for a big 10 shot, moving it the way. McIntyre runs in, clothesline on Melo, and a go right at it again. Big boot out of the corner by McIntyre. A big time matchup. The keg is off as Drew now got range, set out, powerbomb looking for victory. Jessica Cole right there, shoulders down on Hayes, who kicks out at 1. As Joe and Black return to the right. Look at Aleister Black with that flipping senton. Joe went for a super kick. So the flipping neck breaker to a seated McIntyre. Joe now picking up Black. But Murray wants some rolling around the ring with him here as McIntyre turns the attention back to Carmelo Hayes. Face first goes Black up the top turnbuckle path. Hayes gonna get well with yet another power bomb. This time from Drew McIntyre. As Joe comes in, sledgehammer in hand. No one able to get hit with that, however, as Joe turns Black around, and Hayes, look at that incredible springboard clothesline as Joe performs a Uranagi. Hayes on top of Drew, ground and pound, big shots of Aleister Black. Now what an edge strike on Joe, my goodness. And Melo's going to steal the pin here. Aleister Black not having any of it. Black now going to knee. Melo, Hayes in the tempo. Melo getting right back to his feet though, shaking off the cobwebs. Black doesn't know what hit him. And then Black could be out of it. Melo are going to SummerSlam off that suplex cutter. Gave them success in the past. The cover, the hook of the leg, the shoulders down here. McIntyre around to make the save at 1. McIntyre again with a release. German suplex on Melo. Absolutely launching a McIntyre weapon in hand and launching it. I believe it was a baseball bat. And Aleister Black in the corner. Big time kick. Melo and Joe rolling the outside. Black mass on Drew in the ring and a cover. Black to the victory. They're going to SummerSlam. Hook in the leg and 1 count only. Melo Hayes in there to make the save. Melo now going after Aleister Black. Irish whip sends him into the corner. What's Melo thinking here? Melo Hayes power slam or a body slam. Out of the corner on Aleister Black. It's just Drew and Joe in the ring right now. Oh no, Joe back and forth that time. Nice counter. Joe see him coming, and Drew gets sent out of the corner. Samoa Joe got a SummerSlam, taking a pinfall win over Drew McIntyre. He's going to be the 6th man to pin the shoulders of Drew. Cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, muscle buster connecting, the 2 count. McIntyre kicks out as this one continues live. We're back live on SmackDown. Number 1 contenders 4-way. Does he even get a shot at Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship at SummerSlam? What an incredible battle is Aleister Black now coming in. Everybody taking out apart from Black. Black hitting up high. Tippy top rope. They're going to SummerSlam here. Double foot stomp on Melo. And a corner with McIntyre up on his feet, and McIntyre making the save. Oh man, what was Drew? Got out with a muscle buster before the break, and it was Melo in the first 48 on Samoa Joe. Oh, look at that, McIntyre went for a shot on Joe, and Joe caught the leg. Joe, that is how dominant Samoa Joe is, ladies and gentlemen. Not even feeling the effects of a second first 48 performed by Carmelo Hayes. Kendo stick in the ring, face first. Going for Joe. Black now heading his over the midsection. Winning it over the head. And now launching it at Drew McIntyre. Now it's Aleister Black. Springboard moonsault on Drew. Black is going to do it. Oh man, with the likes of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles have pinned Drew McIntyre already. Can Aleister Black do it? Knees for him, doing that in the corner and making a save of Samoa Joe at 1. Black wouldn't add his name to that list. But it's Samoa Joe going after Aleister Black and a Yokozuna Cutter connecting on the former world champion he wants to get revenge against. Melo sending Drew into the corner. And oh, wait a minute. Samoa Joe. Got a long 10-8. Really naked choke. Nowhere to go here. Cooking a clutch on Aleister Black here. Well, Joe got a SummerSlam and Melo able to make the save. Man, oh man. Big overhand shot. Joe Melo rope. Melo wants a piece of him perhaps. It's Melo. Gonna pick up Aleister Black. McIntyre hurting on the outside of the ring. And it's Samoa Joe double axe hand off the middle rope. Not sure who he was intending to go for that time. And they're picking up Aleister Black as Drew returns to the ring. He boots. Carmelo Hayes off that drop kick. He's and Joe back at it again. Jacob Fatu is going to be loving this backstage or at home, wherever he may be tonight. And he looks on. Well, the winner of this gets a shot at him for the US title at SummerSlam. Samoa Joe, what an incredible power slam that time. A snap power slam. Connected on a Hayes. Elbows now from Black. Running neck breaker by McIntyre on Carmelo. And now it's Drew. So thinking here others. Aleister Black want a piece of McIntyre. No, going after Melo. Melo, what a big shot. And then McIntyre going after Hayes. The Irish whip from Melo off the ropes here. Drop down. Melo drop kick. Down goes McIntyre and Carmelo Hayes now to take advantage. Samoa Joe. We're going to take out Black on the outside with a kendo stick. My goodness. Gets the ropes now. Joe Black get it leg and hand. Melo over the head with the kendo stick for cover. Look at the leg. McIntyre makes the save. McIntyre going after Joe. What shots on? Samoa Joe as the Samoan submission machine gets rocked. McIntyre with a takedown. Melo able to catch him. Drop toe hold that time. Melo now gonna try and pick up Samoa Joe. They're gonna put this one away. Gonna send him into the corner. Black went for Black Mass. Countered by Hayes. Melo Hayes getting some separation. Dirty Diana again by Melo. And then Melo comes back in. Oh, the McIntyre now neck breaker. It was Drew that came back in. Neck breaker on Hayes. Joe sends Black into the corner. Claymore by McIntyre on Hayes. Go for the cover, Drew. Oh man, but he's going after Joe. Joe able to move in a harm's way. Now Joe. And a rear naked choke. Cocaine a clutch on Hayes. The McIntyre's able to break up and a big kick back in the neck. What a physical battle. Drew McIntyre here. With another claymore on Carmelo Hayes, and that's gonna do it. Black with a big shot on Joe, didn't get all of it. The cover the one, the two, it's all, and they get 10 to make that save as this one rolls on SmackDown. What a neck breaker, what a match. We're back live in the blue crown. What a four-way McIntyre Glasgow Pets on Black. Who's gonna go after Fatu at SummerSlam for the US title? Could be Joe. Uranagi there on McIntyre. One fall to the finish in this one. Won by pinfall of the submission inside of the ring. This route continues to go at it with everybody in this contest. Big shot from Melo. They got him in the first 48 on McIntyre. Black with the flash knee. Black cover on Hayes. They got a SummerSlam. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Two. Now Melo kicks out. Oh, I thought that was Black's best shot. Everybody else was out of it and down. Couldn't get to break up the pin. And there's Aleister Black now with a DDT on Carmelo Hayes. There's Samoa Joe. Oh God, Joe! What a shot! Baseball bat shot over the skull of Black. Into the cover. Jessica Kerr right there. Scoring two. Not a kick out as Melo lays out McIntyre with a suplex cutter and now Drew. Rolling to the outside of the ring. Everybody now out on the floor. Apart from Carmelo Hayes, who's got the ring to himself for Samoa Joe. Gonna maybe implement some steel step. They're gonna hit Carmelo over the skull with him on the outside. Melo making a risky move and going out to confront Joe who had steel stairs in hand. Well, now it's McIntyre and Joe. Both men back in the ring. Quickly followed by Aleister Black. What a clothesline there is now. Clothesline on a back by Black. On a McIntyre. Stomping away time and time again. Stomp after stomp. And they're going after Joe on an ace strike. My goodness. Went for a big time knee. The counter. Was Black thinking, oh God, just dropping Joe that time. And now it's Melo and Black going back and forth here. Black What a combination offense. It's Drew McIntyre just watching with a clothesline. But watch McIntyre turns him around. And then Drew with a clothesline on Black. And then Joe going after McIntyre. McIntyre turns around. Drew is fighting through everyone here. And an egg breaker. Oh man. Drew McIntyre looking for victory. Here's Drew picking up Black. Irish whip sends him hard in the corner, stomping away on Joe. Mello back into the ring here. No, Joe moved out the way. Mello, oh God, they got him. First 48 on Joe. Black's out on the outside, went for the cover. Drew making a save and a Claymore on Hayes. A third Claymore on Mello, I believe, in the matchup. The cover. Look at the legs, shoulders down. Drew going to SummerSlam. There's two. Black backhand not there in time. It's McIntyre wins it. That's McIntyre Fatu at SummerSlam.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre with a well-needed victory, building momentum now as he is challenging for the US title at SummerSlam against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. It's now to come tonight, non-title action in your main event of the evening. Mr. Money in the Bank Cody Rhodes colliding with the undisputed WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. That's later on today, live on SmackDown. Also later on tonight, Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team matchup. Winner going after the Usos next week on SmackDown, with the winner of that challenging the War Raiders at SummerSlam for the World Tag Team Championships. It's the New Day, FTR and MFTs later on SmackDown. But back in the ring, Chad Gable, who is representing the USA in the WWE World Cup Tournament. He is going on to the quarterfinals. As is Aleister Black. Black taking on Obafemi in the quarterfinals. Chad Gable taking on Big Bronson Reed in the quarterfinals. But this matchup tonight is a gauntlet qualifier for the SummerSlam dual-branded gauntlet match to determine the next number one contender for either the Intercontinental or the United States Championship, depending on which brands you are a part of. Sami Zayn belt already has advanced into the gauntlet, defeating Pete Dunne this past Monday night on Raw. Let's see who joins him and who will be the first SmackDown representative in this matchup. Will it be Gable or will it be this man, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy? We find out next what a battle this is gonna be.
From Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
Sami Zayn and Pete Dunne gave us a hell of a matchup and a qualifying matchup for the gauntlet this past Monday night on Raw. What a matchup these two are going to give us is actually during Chad Gable's Intercontinental title reign last season. This was a matchup during one of Gable's defenses where he was able to knock off Hardy and retain his Intercontinental Championship. If Gable wins this matchup, goes on to win the gauntlet, he'll get a shot at the US title currently held by Jacob Fatu here on SmackDown, but it could be held by Drew McIntyre after SummerSlam is all said and done, as he is the next challenger for Fatu's gold. Nonetheless, here we go. Gable, Hardy, one-on-one. Referee Ryan Tran ringing the bell. Matchup now officially underway. Both men Ted stare down in the ring, shake of hands, good showing of sportsmanship from both of these superstars. As this one now off to the races here on the blue brand. Who is going to be joining Sami Zayn in a 6-man SummerSlam gauntlet? 3 men from Raw, 3 men from SmackDown going to be a part of it. One man going to win the whole thing. Get an opportunity at either the Intercontinental or United States Championship. Already wanting to win back from Chad Gable. Gable has been really spreading himself a little thin as of late, as he has been doing a great deal of damage in the WWE World Cup Tournament. First round defeating Germany's Ludwig Kaiser, second round defeating Canada's Bobby Roode. Goes on to the third round of the quarterfinals to take on the big Aussie of Australia, Bronson Reed, who's got to be in a really bad mood after what transpired this past week on NXT after losing 2 out of 3 falls to Trick Williams. As there's Jeff Hardy, an incredible corkscrew splash there, back into the ring, and a cannonball sent on a follow-up for good measure. Hardy in control for the time being here on SmackDown. It's Jeff Hardy measuring his man here, back into a lockup with Gable here on SmackDown. Big story here between these two men. Is Chad Gable a bit too banged up after competing time and time again in the World Cup Tournament, or is he good enough to keep going, keep fighting, keep winning, and get a shot at going to SummerSlam? Gable, big shot, no counter by Jeff Hardy. Now it's Hardy. Look at this. Gable was a part of SummerSlam last season in a tag team opening contest, losing out on trying to become tag team champions of Raw last season when he teamed with Kurt Angle against FTR. They were able to retain in the opening match of SummerSlam Night 1 last season in 2K24. Can Gable get to be a part of this year's SummerSlam, and maybe this time get a victory in a big time gauntlet? Imagine what Sami Zayn is thinking. Maybe he's watching this matchup on at home since he's a part of Monday Night Raw. He's already a part of the matchup. Who is going to join him? But I imagine he is very interested to see who will join him in the matchup. As Hardy now wrenching away on the arm of Gable here on SmackDown. Well, it's been thus far in Charlotte. CM Punk, Roman Reigns confirming a blockbuster SummerSlam matchup, and then Drew McIntyre is the #1 contender now for Jacob Fatu's United States Championship. Another blockbuster matchup we're going to see at the biggest party of the summer for the SmackDown brand. Hardy now, look at that incredible athleticism as he is not aged, covered by Jeff here on Gable. The 2-0. Almost had it. Ryan Tran fingertips away from calling a 3 count there. Is Jeff Hardy now standing moonsault press on Gable. The dogs are loving it, as is the Charlotte crowd tonight. Is Hardy again on the corner this time though. Gable able to get the knees up, able to come back into this one and catch Hardy upside the top of the head with that spinning heel kick. There was Gable taking Hardy up to a vertical base. Hardy on wobbly foundation here, and a butterfly bridging, pin the cover, shoulders down here. The 2-0 kick out by Jeff Hardy. Gable has been great for the USA and the World Cup tournament as of late. As Jeff Hardy, look at this, oh my goodness, look at that. Tornado DDT to the charismatic and then out of nowhere. Into his Jeff big right hand. Another right shot. Can Hardy slow down the momentum of Chad Gable here, as Hardy has had a couple of big wins in this season, a few losses as well. Can he get a win here and go to SummerSlam? Hardy got a part of SummerSlam last season, but maybe this could be his year. Sends Gable to the outside. And Hardy now, the Wrecking Ball drop kick through the ropes on Chad Gable. Man, oh man. Hardy. It's a gully avoided. Gable now grabbing him, and Gable going to send him into a barricade. Chad Gable, oh no, back suplex onto the barricade in the front row, getting a great view of the action. It's Jeff Hardy, and absolutely manhandled on the outside by Gable. Overhead belt and immediately throw this time by Chad. Gable back in the ring, perhaps looking for a count out when Ryan Tran here. And the count of 5 is Chad Gable. Maybe gonna fly in steadily well with a toe pace. So is Cena taking out Hardy. Hardy flew earlier on. Now it's Gable's shot. It's Gable's turn. But it's Jeff Hardy, atomic drop. Uh-oh, we've seen this before from Hardy. On the leg drop right in the midsection that time of Gable. Jeff Hardy back up on the apron. Count of 3 from Ryan Tran, who's continuing the count, but Jeff Hardy, the outside moonsault, middle rope, the springboard. Hardy throwing caution to the wind in order to go to SummerSlam. Jeff Hardy here is insane, incredible action. Back in the ring goes Gable here. Count of 7, Hardy scaling the top rope now officially. Back into the ring. Jeff Hardy flies and drop kick on a Gable. Jeff Hardy here. I would have covered. Maybe to go to SummerSlam, but Gable back up, and Gable now. Oh God, gonna launch him down. Gable just like that, back in control. Gable now with a drop kick out of the corner. Right, got a seated position that Jeff Hardy was in. Rocked him that time. Now it's Gable working over him here as the crowd 50-50 split here and who they're wanting to win, whether it be Chad Gable or Jeff Hardy. Oh man, middle rope splash there from Gable, almost like a headbutt cover. 2 gonna go to SummerSlam kick out by Jeff Hardy. Doesn't seem like Gable's done just yet. We've seen this before. Chad Gable, look at that. And a bridge and pin the cover. The suplex, the 1 count only, says Ryan Tran. Gable not able to get the win just yet as Jeff Hardy back to his feet. Hardy able to turn him round, and Hardy inverted. Twist off fake neck breaker, but Hardy took a lot out of himself in the process. Can he capitalise? One arm draped over Gable and going to SummerSlam the cover. The shoulders down the 2, the kick out by Gable. And a close call rolls on, man. Oh. Gable out on the apron. Jeff Hardy almost had it right there, but he's going to keep his foot in the gas pedal if he wants to put Gable away here in this one on SmackDown. A forearm shot now. Top rope. Goes Chad. Jeff Hardy trying to stop him in his tracks. Not able to. Chad Gable top rope. Drop kick by Chad Gable. Oh man, it's all serious business now as the straps are down for the Minneapolis native. But Jeff Hardy going to kick him. Got him against the ropes here. Gable with a big elbow and a knee strike. What a flash knee on Hardy. Hardy going right back to his feet. It was Hardy going to kick to the midsection. It was Jeff Hardy clothesline. And Hardy going to try. They're going to 4 ball beds going here. Trying to have a second gear. The atomic drop. The leg drop to the midsection. And now Hardy going to drop home. Drop kick right in the tempo of Chad Gable. Top rope, Hardy to punches, taking a SummerSlam, the joint Sami Zayn of Raw, there's the Swanton bomb on Chad, the cover, hook to the leg, shoulders down, scores 2, no kick out by the former Intercontinental Champion Chad Gable. Unreal action here on SmackDown. Who is going to SummerSlam? What a night it's been in Charlotte already, we're not even halfway through it just yet. Gable sends Hardy into the corner. This is how we knock Bobby Roode out of the round of 16 of the World Cup tournament. Chaos Theory, corner road German bridge and pin to go. No, tagged out by Hardy. Oh, Jeff surviving and Gable is pissed. Chad Gable in disbelief. But Gable now launching Hardy down and out time and time again. Big overhand shot, no counter by Jeff. Jeff now with a forearm on a Chad Gable. Hardy now, gonna pick up Chad, big shot, Jeff now, twist off fade! He nailed him and took on himself in the process. Can Jeff capitalise to go to SummerSlam? That beat Chad Gable, whose body has been through multiple rounds already of the World Cup tournament, will continue to do so at least for one more. Hardy on Swanton, waiting for a Swanton on a standing Gable. Gable in one move in a harm's way. Pick up Jeff, I'm gonna drop on face first off I got range, take maneuver. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down, wraps the arm, 2 count, I'm gonna SummerSlam, Hardy survives again. What a battle between these two. Their first one for the Intercontinental title in 2K24 was phenomenal. This one as well has been one hell of a battle. Big elbow counter that time from Jeff Hardy. Hardy now whisper in the wind, he got it! And Jeff, all he needs now is a victory. Hardy, cannonball sent Tom out on the harm's way as he went to the bottom rope. He sprung, he moved out of the way. Now it's Chad Gable, penny predicament. Roll through here. Pinfall on Hardy. They go to SummerSlam. By hook or crook 2. Now Jeff kicks out again. Oh man. Big forearm counter, Jeff now, penny predicament of his own. Hardy now, dropping the legs, bridging, holding the arms, turning on a SummerSlam. Gable survives, able to scramble and scurry out of it. Hardy and Scurry avoided by Chad. Chad picking him up and Chad dropping Jeff with a DDT. And then picking him up, got him, turns him round. Oh, he's got the ankle, there's the ankle up. Ankle up on Hardy, nowhere to go. He's really tapping her, passed out to the pin. Referee Ryan Transmite, there are CPR and FERs. Chad Gable will be going to SummerSlam to take part in the 6th Superstar Gauntlet matchup with Sami Zayn already in it, and that's going to do it. Hardy's tapping. Gable is going to SummerSlam. Wow.
Here is your winner, Chad
Gable on a great win streak as of late. The momentum doesn't seem to be slowing down as he has joined Sami Zayn as the first SmackDown man in the SummerSlam 6-man Gauntlet. But coming up next, Triple Threat Male Tag Team action. What a last challenge Usos next week with the world of that. Go to SummerSlam to challenge War Raiders for the World Tag Team Gold. It's the New Day, FTR, and the MFKs of Solo and Tama. Next live on SmackDown from Charlotte, North Carolina. So here we go then, and out first in this tag team encounter, the former 2-time World Tag Team Champions who maybe look to make it 3 times. It's Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, FTR.
This is a triple threat tag team match on the way to the ring and a combined weight of 451 pounds. Case Wheeler and Diaz Harold.
We mentioned now that these two men kicked off night 1 of SummerSlam last year in defense of their first reign of the World Tag Team titles when they knocked off Kurt Angle and my man we just saw moments ago, Chad Gable. 2-time tag champs beating the Usos in their first win to capture the gold, and then the Street Profits in their second win to capture the gold. Who will win here tonight? Will we be seeing 3-time tag champs FTR and the Horizon, or will this team finally step up to the plate and win the World Tag Titles for the first time. A team that had an opportunity at nowhere in Perth against FTR before WrestleMania last season. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods.
417 pounds, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Here we go then, man. Triple threat tornado tag action. Who's taking on the Usos in the contenders match to see who will go after the War Raiders at SummerSlam for the tag gold? We find out next on SmackDown. We're back live on the Blue Brand from Charlotte, North Carolina, as here come the final team. And this triple threat tornado tag team matchup accompanied by Tongaloa, JC Mateo, and the United States champion himself, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. Representing MFTs in this one is Tama Tonga and the leader, Solo Dolo himself, Solo Sikoa. There you see Solo failed to capture the US title at Clash in Paris from the phenomenal AJ Styles. But Fatu was able to put Styles down not just once but twice, defeating him at Bad Blood to retain the US title and defeating him at Money in the Bank to capture the US title before that. But while MFTs bring more gold to the group, well, they bring more gold to the family. We find out, let's see if they can get past this triple threat tornado tag team matchup here on SmackDown from Charlotte. Here we go then, what a battle this one's gonna be. Crowd ready for it, bell is being rung. Adrian Butler certainly has his hands full as the official. It's Dax Harwood clothesline and Kofi Kingston. Woods now going after Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga and Cash Wheeler now battling here. Kofi, listen, that shot there, Dax and Kofi continue to go back and forth. He was, look at this here, oh man, Kofi Kingston going after Solo. Dax now after Woods. Dax with a body slam on Woods. What's Kofi thinking? He'll go cross body and Solo moving out the way. My goodness. That's stomping away. And Xavier is Cash set outside of the ring by Tama Tonga. First for a Royal Rumble matchup. Cash Wheeler would have just been eliminated from it. And Tama going after Kofi Kingston. Solo Sikoa now in with the kendo stick. Dax Harwood wanting a piece of Solo perhaps. Oh, but there's a sledgehammer shot by Cash Wheeler. Just when Solo connected with a kendo stick on a Woods. Woods rolling to the outside. Now it's Cash picking up Kofi. Tam on the floor as well. Body slam as FTR. Firmly in control against both Kofi Kingston and Solo Sikoa on the outside, or on the inside of the ring here. Kofi able to counter that knee strike on Cash. Big body slap from Tama on a Dax on the outside of Kofi, laying out Cash Wheeler and Solo now sledgehammer on Kofi. Rolls through his Cash, clothesline though by Sikoa. On a Cash Wheeler. It's just Solo and Cash in the ring. You can only win this matchup in the ring. These two men have the best chance to do so right now. As Adrian Butler oversees the action in your penultimate matchup of the evening. Coming up next, folks, there's the Money in the Bank. Cody Rhodes takes on the undisputed WWE champion ahead of Bryan's matchup at SummerSlam against the phenomenal AJ Styles for the WWE title. What a matchup that is going to be, but right now it's Kofi Kingston, steel chair, hitting both Solo and Cash with it time and time again in the ring. Tama Tonga now back in, making the save off the pinfall as is Dax Harwood as Kofi. Try to pin Sikoa right there. Now look at that big shot to the leg. Tama Tonga, Hurricane Rana, Dax, and the pin kick out by Solo Sikoa. The back and forth action we see here tonight. Here live on the Blue Brand. Tama Tonga picking up, snap suplex on Cash Wheeler. Is look at that, Xavier Woods laying out Dax Harwood that time. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods both double teaming Solo here. It might be the biggest threat of the matchup. Woods elbow drop on a Cash. Big slam on the outside by Dax Harwood. It's Solo and Kofi continue to go back and forth here. That's a go, I think. A nice headbutt on Kingston. And now Woods getting laid out by Cash Wheeler. Drop toe, floats him over the cover. Solo Sikoa right there to make the save. Tama Tonga also coming into the ring in his own right, headbutt by Solo on Cash Wheeler, and now it's Dax Harwood looking for a sharpshooter here on Tama Tonga. Went for a senton there. That's Solo. Nice counter. Tama in trouble off that sharpshooter. Able to move out the harm's way. Look at this. Cash Wheeler here, who's got him up with a power bomb. Is he going to launch Solo? He is. No, he ain't. Maybe he is now. Oh, God, right off the top rope and a brain buster on Woods. Kofi back in here. Steel chair shot, breaking up the pin and breaking up that pin as well. As FDR were both booking a win, pinning both Solo and Woods. And not to be, Kofi Kingston going to stop that. And it's tracks Tama Tonga. Nice counter on Kingston and Solo. Spinning heel kick on Cash. Wheeler picking up Cash now. Maybe looking for spinning Solo. Countered by Cash. They countered by Solo. Steel chair shots taking time from Tama Tonga on Kingston. Woods and Dax Harwood brawl on the outside. Knife edge chop. Big shots back and forth. Steel chair from Tama Tonga on the outside there. And a cover here. Inside the ring. Solo to win it. There's two. And there's Dax making the save. Woods now and Tama battling on the outside. As now it's Dax. Look at this. On tire. Driver pin on Solo. Cover. 1 count only and a kick out. Kofi now back in. Drop kick. Right there on to Cash Wheeler. What's Dax got in 90? Picking up Kofi. You're going to drop on with a big time power bomb. FDR very impressive in this one as Tama Tonga elbow drop on the outside on a Kofi Kingston or maybe Woods, whatever one that is on the outside. I believe it's Woods on the outside. I believe Kofi's on the inside. It's right now Tama Tonga big splash into the corner. Kofi and Solo go back and forth in the ring. And watch Kingston SOS on Solo. We'll have to be so next week. 2. No, Solo kicks out. Tama Tonga was right there as well. And look at Kofi, trouble in paradise on Tama the counter. Woods countering Dax as well. Big overhand shot on a Kofi from Tama Tonga. And a inside cradle. Cash, or sorry, Dax Harwood pinning him in those Solos. Sakura making a save. Tama now after him. Tama with the DDT. A clothesline on the outside goes Kofi. He would have just been eliminated from the Rumble cover. Tama Tonga. No, Solo accidentally making a save off the DDT. A spine buster by Cash on a Solo. Go for the cover, Cash. Might have this one in the bag as Woods gets taken out. A candlestick shot from Tama Tonga on the outside. Got back in with that candlestick back suplex by Dax. And look at this cross body from Cash, taking out both members of the MFTs. Woods getting back up. Big time shot busted open Tama Tonga. FDR are firmly in control in this tag team matchup tonight. Oh, look at this. Oh, Woods with a big time suplex. And now Cash Wheeler. Oh, a special face first goes Kingston. Woods laid out Solo and Tama making the save off the pin attempt that time. And Tama with a cutthroat running in on Woods. And a steel chair out from Cash with a cutthroat by Tama on Cash. Cover on Wheeler MFTs. The face the Usos and contenders match next week. Solo laying out Jack Kofi. Couldn't get back and in time as MFTs win it. And they are one step closer. What a fast-paced, incredible battle as Solo and Tama will be facing their own family, the Usos, next week. The winners facing the War Raiders at SummerSlam for the World Tag Team Championships. And there you see it is made official, that matchup going down next week. Who's going to go after Eric and Ivar at SummerSlam for the World Tag Team Gold? Will the Usos get another opportunity? Or will the MFTs get their first crack at the Raiders? We find out next week on SmackDown. Also next week in the blue brand, Jacob Fatu going to be defending the United States Championship before SummerSlam. He wants a second defense before going against Drew. He wants a warm-up, but it's a mystery opponent. It's an open challenge. Who's going to accept it? We find out next week on Thursday Night SmackDown. And what I main event for this episode of SmackDown next week, two former rivals collide. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, one-on-one as the number one contender for the Undisputed title. What's a big time matchup to get himself ready for Daniel Bryan come SummerSlam. All that so much more next week on the blue brand. But right now it's time for your main event of the evening as Undisputed WWE Champion collides with Mr. Money in the Bank Cody Rhodes in non-title action here next live on SmackDown. Here we go, man. What a night it's been in Charlotte, and what a way to cap it off as here comes the Undisputed WWE Champion, who will be defending it in the main event of one of the nights at SummerSlam against the phenomenal AJ Styles, who won the gauntlet last week.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by the Samoan Joe from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds. The undisputed WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan.
Well, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We saw it ringside and we heard the announcer say as well, Samoa Joe, who was in action earlier on tonight, the former World Champion, who a few weeks ago had a matchup and a losing effort against the undisputed champ Daniel Bryan in non-title action here on SmackDown, has accompanied Bryan to the ring in this matchup against Mr. Money in the Bank Rhodes. What is the reason? Nobody knows. That kind of reign, nonetheless. Bryan set for a main event matchup and maybe paid Samoa Joe for a little bit of insurance policy to go against Mr. Money in the Bank, and here he comes now.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody has got to be in a good mood after putting Drew McIntyre behind him in the rearview mirror when he put him away in Atlanta, Georgia, his hometown, inside of a steel cage at Bad Blood last weekend. Cody, though, has a guaranteed shot anytime, anywhere for up to a year to cash in that contract for a shot at Daniel Bryan's WWE title, or maybe even the world title, currently held by Gunther on Monday Night Raw. Nonetheless, main event, Charles Robinson rings the bell. Matchup underway. What a prestigious main event called by senior SmackDown official. He's assigned the news for this one. What a main event we've got. Non-title action. Mr. Money in the Bank Cody taking on the champion Bryan. Bryan, of course, Mr. Money in the Bank of last year. Cashed it in for the last possible moment for Bryan, or almost the last possible moment, at Clash in Paris 2 months ago here in this series against Braun Breaker at the end of a grueling four-way that Breaker collided with Punk, McIntyre and Orton in as Cody Rhodes. Schoolboy here to pin Bryan on a kick out for the undisputed champion. Samoa Joe at ringside, though, was a weird addition to this matchup. Bryan and Joe didn't seem to get along when they were beating each other's ass in the main event of an episode of SmackDown not too long ago. But right now, these two men are doing battle in the ring, and Joe out there seemingly supporting Bryan after being unable to punch his ticket at SummerSlam earlier on and go after Jacob Fatu in what will be a dream match for the United States Championship. Daniel Bryan going after the arm here on Cody Rhodes. But Joe going after AJ Styles next week, so maybe that's why Daniel Bryan wanted Joe to be out of the ring with him here tonight, which is going to be facing the phenomenal AJ Styles, the man that Bryan will be colliding with in the main event of SummerSlam. And Styles' second SummerSlam main event, of course, last year at SummerSlam, losing the undisputed WWE Championship, which was then the Universal title, to Drew McIntyre, who was then undefeated. McIntyre now being pinned 5 times, twice by Seth Rollins, once by Roman Reigns, once now by Cody Rhodes, and once by the number one contender, AJ Styles. And that's how Styles became number one contender. You've got to imagine AJ looking on very closely to see how this one goes tonight in your main event here in the Blue Brand. Goes tomorrow night. Don't miss the WWE World Cup tournament. You're going to be finishing off the round of 16 and moving on to the round of 8 of quarterfinals beginning next week. Live in the World Cup tournament, winner of the entire tournament gets a shot at their brand's top championship, whether that be the world title or Raw, the NXT championship in the black and silver brand, or the undisputed championship here on SmackDown. And the winner will be crowned the best in the world, as well as Bryan La Mystica there on the American Nightmare. Here is this main event. Rolls on here live in Charlotte. Bryan, oh, what an elbow right there on the knee of Cody Rhodes. Rhodes going to be feeling ever so confident now. Going to be riding such a wave of momentum, not only because he is Mr. Money in the Bank, but after beating McIntyre in his hometown. He's never pinned Drew before he did it with 3 crossroads in a row. Last Saturday night at Bad Blood is Cody. Classic Rhodes there, the kick to the midsection after grabbing the legs of Bryan, who was against the ropes. Bryan now retreating, ropes to the outside. Cody looking to fly, though. The springboard cross body to the floor by the American Nightmare. This might not be a title matchup, but it's a big fight feel for the American Dragon and the American Nightmare. Oh, the Americans battling out here tonight in the main event. Look at this, oh, big shot. Daniel Bryan, and then Bryan grabbing Cody Rhodes, and look at this, oh, Daniel Bryan, look at that. Butterfly suplex back in the ring, perhaps looking for a count-out victory. Charles Robinson here with a count of 8. My goodness. Cody Rhodes back in his feet, count of 9, back in the ring, and now it's Cody. Inside cradle here, penny predicament, the schoolboy, the cover, the kick out. Immediately that time by Daniel Bryan. Oh, Bryan swinging a miss, Cody big shots, now it's Cody Rhodes. Oh, here we go. Cody Rhodes, shades of his father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Bionic elbow. Oh, God. Bowing on it. Big elbow upside the top of the head. It's Cody Rhodes in control here. Samoa Joe looking on here at ringside. I'll be looking to have pay close attention, to the American Nightmare Cody. Cody won the Money in the Bank contract in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank this past season, defeating the likes of Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Keith Lee, Finn Balor, and the brand new Intercontinental Champion following Bad Blood last weekend, Kevin Owens. As Bryan, whoa, into flying take out Cody on the outside, but he missed his mark. No water in the pool. Cody Rhodes was out of bounds for Bryan to take him out with that tope crossbody, and now it's Cody Rhodes with the Asai moonsault, the springboard off the middle rope to the outside, taking out Bryan here on the floor. And going after him, Bryan able to turn the tides. Big forearms ground and pound on Cody. And Bryan now back into the ring. And now Bryan went for it again, and Cody Rhodes again out of bounds. My goodness, Bryan, time and time again, keeps trying that dive, but it doesn't seem to be working. But right now it's Bryan going to send out Cody Rhodes. My goodness, what a dragon suplex by the American Dragon. It's Cody again, getting to his feet. This time Bryan in the ring. Cody on the apron, Daniel Bryan right there though, but Bryan, wait a minute, gonna go right back out to the floor and gonna send Cody Rhodes head first off the apron, and he does DDT in the hardest part of the ring. Cody's skull gonna be looking after that. And Cody getting up, here comes Bryan, tope crossbody, and he finally gets it. Third time's the charm for the WWE Champion Bryan. Bryan thus far has had 2 defences of his undisputed WWE title, one of which being against Braun Breaker, the man he cashed in on and defeated for the gold. At Clash in Paris, he beat him at Money in the Bank to retain the title, and then against CM Punk this past Saturday night in Atlanta. At Bad Blood, Cody springboard, drop kick on a Bryan in the ring. Cody Rhodes going crazy tonight, as is the sold out crowd in Charlotte. Cody cutter off the springboard, the cover, caught him in no way that time. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, the 2, the kick out. By the undisputed WWE Champion Bryan, as Bryan goes into a war of attrition with AJ Styles at SummerSlam. What a huge main event that is going to be. As it's been confirmed, that is going to be the main event of night 1 of SummerSlam. As Bryan, that running elbow strike, I believe, may have busted Cody Rhodes wide open. And Bryan looking at keep inflicting on that with nice kicks there. The roundhouse kick, the world famous yes kicks by Daniel Bryan, as the crowd counting along with him. And Bryan now with the 8th, the same, right upside the top of the head of the American Dragon. Or sorry, the American Nightmare. As Bryan's the Dragon, and Bryan out of the corner, looking for victory here as the champion against Mr. Money in the Bank with a running knee. And Bryan's been victorious from that maneuver in the past. The cover, the hook of the leg, the shoulders down, the 2 count, and Cody able to kick out of the move that Daniel Bryan won the WWE Championship with. Oh, that's unbelievable as Daniel Bryan gonna stay on him with nice knees. Time and time again, stomping away the back of the neck now by Cody Rhodes. Cody moving out the way. Big shot in the midsection by Cody. Cody turns Bryan around. Rhodes, and over Crossroads. Crossroads on Bryan. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scores 2. Now Bryan kicks out a powerful, an enthusiastic kick to say the least that time. Oh man, what a battle in the main event. It's Cody not able to put Bryan away with a Crossroads. I mean that he's defeated many superstars with, including Drew McIntyre. A Bad Blood this past weekend, last weekend, is Bryan out of the corner, back flipping out, clothesline, counter, Bryan off the ropes, and Bryan out clothesline, and Cody down to the canvas. Bryan is feeling the energy from the Charlotte native. As Joe looks on the floor here, as Daniel Bryan talking, rope headbutt on the American Nightmare up the top, covered by the champ, hook in the leg, shoulders down, Penny Predicament here, Charles Robinson right down the 2, the kick out again by the American Nightmare Rhodes. Cody, time and time again, showing how great he can be and how resilient he truly is. Cody keeps fighting, nice kick that time. And then the bionic elbows once more by the American Nightmare on Bryan. Look at Cody, winding it up, and bam, dropping the elbow. Cody gonna maybe do another big time maneuver, maybe another Crossroads, or a pedigree, another Cody Cutter will do that trick, maybe even an Alabama slam. Nicely done by Cody, but he's not done with him yet. Not even by a long shot. Cody, side effect on Bryan that night, down the cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. Now the champion gonna kick ya. Cody knocks off the champion tonight. Cody Rhodes, even though he's already missed the money, that could get a guaranteed shot at Bryan for the championship. Maybe that's why Joe's out here to maybe pay an insurance policy for Daniel Bryan, as Joe will be the man taking on Bryan's opponent come SummerSlam next week. And AJ Styles, pedigree by Cody, yeah, pedigree, that might be it. Robinson's there, the two, no, I can't count by Daniel Bryan again. Unbelievable war, man. Unbelievable battle here in your main event of SmackDown. Thank you all for being with us tonight as Cody Disaster kick off the springboard on a Daniel Bryan. Cody Rhodes now setting him up. If he gets this, it's over. Went for another crossroads. Bryan away from the counter, ducking it and clotheslining Cody down on the canvas. And they're picking up the American Nightmare. Ain't gotta worry what's on me. Oh goodness, LaBelle lock. LaBelle lock. Oh yes, look. The no lock. Whatever the hell you want to call it. The lock could be the victory lock for Bryan in this matchup against Mr. Moneyline. Charles Robinson right there to see if Rhodes will tap her and pass out due to the pain in the feet. The WWE Champion Bryan will be victorious heading in to a SummerSlam main event against AJ Styles for the championship at SummerSlam. But Cody somehow gonna fade out. Look at the big shots now by the American Nightmare. On to Bryan. Oh, big shot avoided. Bryan forearm avoided. Cody Rhodes able to catch it. Now Cody with a big body shot. And here we go. We're getting a big battle here on SmackDown and Charlotte. Back and forth action. Blow for blow. Shot for shot. Both these men trading head-to-head offense here in the main event. Who is going to get the upper hand here on SmackDown? Bryan messing with that knife edge chop. Cody connecting with that right hand. Bryan now messing with that shot. And now Cody going to catch him. Big time shot over the top of the head, and Cody runs in a bull, dogging Bryan down the canvas. Cody Rhodes to put away Bryan. Waiting for him to get to his feet. Rhodes out of the corner, springboard, no! Stopped by Cody. Oh man, and Cody Rhodes dominating Bryan. What's Rhodes thinking here? Oh goodness, the double jump. Cody Carter didn't get all of it, but takes Bryan down as this one rolls on. We're back live on SmackDown. Cody out the corner, the springboard, the moonsault, the moon out of the way from Daniel Bryan. Bryan picking up Cody Rhodes, and a perfect plex. Benjamin suplex by Bryan at the corner, looking for victory. Oh goodness, he's going yes, 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 and the running knee, and that'll do it. Bryan for victory over Cody, the cover, the hook in the leg, the shoulders down, the two count, the kick out by Rhodes. Oh wow, what is it gonna take? This isn't even a championship matchup tonight. Oh, what the hell's Bryan doing? He just took out Samoa Joe. Is Bryan trying to egg Joe on him? Maybe hit him to get himself disqualified? That seems something Bryan would do. Bryan's done this before in an Intercontinental title matchup at No Way Out against Adam Cole, when he hit Cole with a steel chair with the referee seeing it, causing the disqualification and leading the matchup to be no holds barred at WrestleMania in the rematch for the IC title. Cody going after Daniel Bryan. Joe doesn't seem to be budging. Though Joe doesn't seem to care about Bryan's chances of winning this matchup. He's not going to hand the win to him by hitting him to cause the disqualification. And that's good on you, Samoa Joe. Oh, well, Daniel Bryan now going to try and result to bringing a steel chair in the ring. Charles Robinson now going to take it away from him. And Cody Rhodes is right there. Big elbow, the counter. And it was Daniel Bryan coming in. And Bryan now going to take down Cody. Drop kick Bryan though back to his feet. And that's chaotic main event tonight on SmackDown. Oh, steel chair back in again. Charles Robinson now takes it from him. And Bryan is pissed. And Bryan now attacking the referee Charles Robinson, and a German suplex. Come on, Bryan. And a big shot by Cody Rhodes. And now it's Cody going after D. Bryan. And Cody Rhodes once again. Rabid shots by the American Nightmare. Oh, goodness. And bam, there's the bionic elbow. Bryan's been busted wide open. Referee back to his feet. He calls the match of the disqualification because Bryan had him. Oh, man.